One night in the city of Chino Hills, California, a married couple called up a babysitter so that they could get some time away from their children and go on a much-needed date night. The babysitter agreed to the couple's request and began to drive over to their house. When the babysitter neared the neighborhood, she looked down at the house numbers. When she found the matching numbers, she looked up at the house. It was big, grand, and luxurious looking, just like all the houses nearby. This was exciting for the young girl because she knew if the parents had owned a nice house, that she could make a lot of money for this one night watching their two children. The front yard was covered with nice, beautiful life-size statues that had been on many lawns. When the babysitter walked through the narrow walkway surrounded by various statues, she rang the doorbell. The parents answered timely. They told the young sitter that the fridge and the television were open for her use. After the parents felt that they told the sitter all that she needed to know, they left the house. The babysitter closed the door for the parents and turned around to play with the children, around the life-size statues that the parents had loved. Once the night grew dark, the two children fell asleep on the couch, watching TV and covered with buttered popcorn that the sitter had prepared for them. However, the babysitter was still awake watching television and anxiously awaiting for the children's parents to come back. But there was something truly frightening about the lighting from the television and the darkness of the house that made the statues seem like they could come alive. There had been one statue in particular that seemed like it was staring at the girl. It was a statue of a clown, but she thought that the darkness had just been playing tricks on her mind, and she left the statue alone. After some time passed, she could not shake the phobia of clowns and went to call the parents. While she waited for the parents to answer their cell phone, she glanced over at the children who seemed to be watched by the creepy statue. When the parents finally picked up, the sitter asked if she could cover the clown statue with a blanket because it looked scary in the dark. The mother on the other end of the phone gave a long pause before telling the girl that they do not own a clown statue. The mother went on to tell the sitter to quickly grab the children and run away. The sitter grabbed the two small sleeping kids and fled the house. She frantically put the children in the car without their booster seats and jumped into the driver's seat. The sweet sound of the ignition calmed the babysitter's adrenaline as she drove off. This story was told to me as being true. It took place in the city next to mine, Chino Hills. Chino Hills is filled with rich houses and is a truly nice place, but it is also home to a state prison. The clown statue had actually been an escaped prisoner. He stood perfectly still for hours watching the babysitter and the two children while being dressed as a creepy clown.